see a culture in the audience, and he's building a chat gated chat for communities. It would be great to have you on stage, though.
Yeah, he tried to come up. I tried to bring him up, but I think he was having the same rugging issue. But I'll try to invite him again real quick right now.
Yeah, let's see if we can get him up. I'm very curious as well. I think it give me the information about what's the difference through comparison with other apps, or what makes that different, and what's the upside for the users. Very interesting. You spoke on it a bit in the end, but yeah, let's get him on. Let's see how many people change to the PFP though. Let's see if it gives enough time for the last 30 to
Hey,
45 minutes of this space. So, all right, go ahead, Yo Culture. What's up?
well, thank you guys for having me on stage, and congratulations on 2 years of success. That's pretty profound within the meme coin community.
Hell yeah! Thank
So,
you,
like Rafa
thank you,
mentioned,
thank you.
we're our yeah our goal here is we realized a problem, and that was that when you're in the trenches, especially in Solana, you're dealing with Telegram chats that rug, you're dealing with Discords that'll rug on you, and X spaces that get banned. And we just started to realize that there needed to be a way to simply connect with people who hold the token based on what's your wallet address. And beyond shilling the project, my interest here is just understanding better about how you guys form this community, because Rafa and I talked a little bit. He mentioned this community, and I'm really excited just from seeing how excited the host is. Like, I can hear your smile through every single, like, you haven't said anything that you are not grinning, from side to side on. So I just want to hear more about what you guys have going on and how you got to this point.
That's honestly the best part. It was just so easy, so organic. Like, and you're right, I am smiling because these people just like they make me happy. They just bring good vibes, and that was really the only thing. I was just like, bring good vibes. Just don't bring the bad energy. Don't shit on other people. Let's just try to like just be ourselves, have fun, attract people because we're having more fun than they are, and we're doing things the way we want to do it, and don't focus too much on what everyone else is doing wrong. Like, let's just do it right and try to be the like shining city on the hill, and just try to bring some, integrity to crypto wherever we can, and bring the fun and create a sense of community where we can just kind of look after each other and help each other out wherever we can. And it was really that simple, and the rest, like, you just start attracting good people that way, because there's honestly not a lot of, I mean, in stacks, there's a lot of it, but outside of crypto, it's so rare to find just good communities led by people who aren't just trying to, like, relentlessly screw over the people who, like, believe in them. Like, a number of times I've just been rugged by dudes who I, like, believed in, who I liked, who I thought were good people, but they ended up just being like really good marketers. And there's a lot of that, which frustrated the hell out of me. And it's the same with like venture capital investors that I deal with all day. Like it was the same kind of vibe. And there are all these like really good entrepreneurs who are just building cool shit and doing the right way, and just, never getting the chance to build a community around doing things the right way, which I just felt like didn't give other people like something to look to build off of. So when this kind of started popping off, I was like, all right, let's do it. Let's just see where it goes, and not think too hard about it, not put too much pressure on it, not take the fun out of it by like, I don't know, stressing ourselves out too much. And the rest just fell into place. All these good people here today just started showing up.
Yep, sure, slowly but surely, for sure. And what I still feel like is one of our biggest upside is that we all feel a part of the team, if that makes sense. So everybody does their own thing. Rafa has his thing. Nobody has her thing. Shiflet has his thing. Peace Love has his thing. Mark has his thing. I have my thing, etc., etc., etc. And I feel like that's the best you can show up with yeah, everybody just showing love to each other and trying to support each other is the best thing. Yo, culture. Can you explain a bit more what the biggest difference is to your competitors that might make a similar product?
Yeah, absolutely. So let me address the question first, and then let me give some commentary. Um, what differentiates us is that we've decided to go with a full Web3 approach, which means that instead of basing the chats that you access on just logging in and choosing a chat, we're just detecting what tokens you're holding in your wallet. Then from there, if I'm just giving you a real, play by play on how the concept continued to develop, we started to think about staking and what you could do with those meme coin holdings, but what it would represent as well in terms of culture, right? There's a lot of talk in the meme coin space about cabals, that the biggest cults are going to be the ones that survive. So we see this as a playground for, first of all, any coin or NFT community that is launching, right? Because we're agnostic in terms of the way that we are approaching this. And I've seen and been a part of meme coin communities that lasted a few weeks. And then and a few months later, I see the same exact logos, cartoons, images, all the same IP being launched on another. There are these 1% clubs. And for right now, we might see those as SPX 6900, GigaChad, but I would also include communities like Bitcoin Pepe, because that 1% isn't just the number of holders, it's the amount of heart within the holders. And this is where I transition to say, congratulations on being able to form a community in this day and age. And this is what I'm interesting when I analyze web culture in general from a historian hat perspective. And that is that Web 1 or Web 2, if that nuance ever actually existed, included a lot of bulletin board systems, included a lot of IRC chat, included a lot of, then came the social media conglomerates, the Walmarts of forums, the Walmarts of chats, right? Somewhere in between, we had portals like AOL and Yahoo and et cetera, et cetera. Now the nuance is that Web3 somehow is tied to some kind of like monetary physical aspect. But here's what I'll say about my experience in running forums, even as a teenager, before I had a job, before I was at like middle school or high school. When you found a group of people that you wanted to keep this forum alive with, you'd figure out a way to get people to donate, and you'd have a bar at the top of your forum saying how much you needed to pay the server hosting costs for the year or the month or whatever. And this is a different world now where, because of Walmart level social media, you don't have to worry about your hosting costs. You can stream live video. We can have a space like this. And there is no concern about the how we're going to get it done. We're just getting it done. But in terms of building communities, it takes a lot of heart and it takes some kind of a mission, because everything is sloshed. Everything is mixed up in this world of high level rates of consumerism. Whereas in the old days, you would read a chat, sit down, have a conversation, go on a forum, introspect into a thread, reply. Nowadays, you're scrolling 30 or 40 different threads, if you will, or articles in the span of a minute, and maybe you're giving it a heart and a hell yeah in the comments section, but it takes a lot more human manifestation to bring together a space like this around a particular meme and idea, hold it together for 2 years, and continue to be excited about it And then what I also see is people in the community mentioning that they have kids, mentioning that they're doing this, that, and the other. So you have people from diverse backgrounds building something that can hold together until we transition to whatever Web 4 might look like, whatever the next transition in terms of building communities is. And it seems it's our transition away from ethics, because regardless of how you feel, left or right, there's a lot of controversy and psyopness behind something like X. And we've noticed it from what Twitter was. It was a psyop in the past. Facebook and Mark Zuckerberg and all that. Google, Meta, the works. So these communities are the actual backbone representing humanity within the matrix of the internet. And I leave it there.
Hey, I love that. I think that's a great way of putting it. And honestly, I agree. I think they are psyop. That's honestly why I'm building my dating app. All the dating apps are psyops too, and it's just frustrating to watch it. But that's what it's about. You can still find your people. You can still find and create the culture you want. You just have to do it. You got to start somewhere, and there's such a lack of it that people will find it. I think because no one's trying to do it. No one's doing it right. Everything's a scam. Everything's bullshit. And so all you got to do is just do what you say you're gonna do, and just do it with like the right intention. Which is, that's something I learned starting companies. As soon as you stop doing it for the money, the success comes. As soon as you're like, I'm just doing this because I want to solve a real problem, I'm just doing this because I think this is cool and fun, and then the universe just lays the path out. But as long as you're doing it for the wrong reasons, it just doesn't come together because people can smell it on you. Like at the end of the day, people know. You can't fool everyone forever. So I think authenticity is the next meta.